Okay, now we're going to take a look at some options we have, or that are going to be opened up when we start going for the Brabo choke. Okay, I'll show the Brabo choke first, just so everyone understands what I'm talking about. But actually, this is going to be most useful just for the opportunities that it opens up along the way. So if we look at the full Brabo choke, I'm going to be taking my partner's gi out of his belt. I pass under his arm, okay, and I switch my hands to a thumb up grip here. Then I'm going to be looking to break my partner's posture. Ideally, I would swim under this arm and break his posture down. I'm going to pass this off behind my partner's head. Initially, a deep grip to keep his posture broken. Then I'm going to start to slip my hand down and come under the neck here, just exactly like I would for my forefingers in on a cross collar choke. But now I'm going to be passing off this back lapel. Okay? From here, if he doesn't do anything with his arms, I can just go over like a regular cross choke. And I can get his gi in the usual spot, or I can even grab this handle that I created of that lapel going across his back. Okay? Now, a little detail here on getting the finish. A lot of times they're going to stay down and kind of hide the angle of their neck where you need to make the second grip. Okay, let's actually rotate this for a little bit. Okay, so he's going to bring his head to the side where I need to make my second grip. From here, what I can do is put my foot on his hip and go like an armbar motion here, so he can't hide this angle from me anymore. And now you can see I can grab the usual spot for the cross collar choke, or there's this handle right here where I can dig my fingers in and I go elbow under his chin for the choke. Okay, so that's the full choke. But what this is more useful for is all of those steps along the way when I'm playing with his lapel are going to open up some different opportunities. So number one, just for the sake of communication, I don't know if there's different names for these, but I'm going to call this first position quarter Brabo. Okay, so I'm going to pull his gi out of his lapel. I'm going to pass it under his arm. Okay, usually I have it like this, and then I want to make sure I get thumb up grip on this outside lapel. Okay. First option I'm going to have from here is I can set up my flower sweeps. Okay, so if I grab onto the pant leg, a lot of times, since you're not touching this sleeve, they're not too apprehensive about the flower sweep. When I catch the right moment, when I get my partner's head moving to the right side, I'm going to do my typical movement with my legs, and I'm going to really try to slap his elbow into his body with this lapel grip. Okay, so he's not too concerned about his arm right now. When I get his head going the right way, I can take my usual flowers. Okay? So open up, pass this out, adjust my grip, thumb up. Now, one step further, let's go half Brabo. Again, just for the sake of communication, I don't know if there's better names than this, but I call this one half Brabo. Okay? I get my nice deep grip on the lapel. Now, once we get to this stage and further, I'm always going to be monitoring what my partner is doing with his hands. This is going to lead to a lot of my attacks. If either hand is close to my center line, I can do my hip twist to back take either way. Okay? So my free hand, I can cross grip this far sleeve, hip twist, and be ready to make my back attacks here. Or I can just do an elbow post, step on my partner's hip twist, and be ready to make my attacks here on either side. Okay? That's because when I get his posture broken down like this, often his grips are not comfortable. When I'm crunching his arms down, pulling him chest to chest, he's going to open up his hands and just kind of hide his hands on my chest. This happens a lot. Okay? If his hands are closer down to my hips, okay, I have my triangle setups here. So I'm always monitoring his hands. And then a lot of times when I'm squeezing him chest to chest and I'm starting to work these back takes, two things are happening. One, I'm kind of pinching his wrist between our chests, and two, he might feel the threat of me going around to his back. So he can underhook me here. Okay, that's fine. I overhook, and we're right into our series that we have here, any of your overhook guard attacks. Okay, so the first thing when I get to this half Brabo position is I'm going to be monitoring his hands. So I shouldn't come out of this empty-handed. Even if I don't get a sweep, I'm going to get an arm drag or an overhook, maybe a triangle. But the next thing I'm looking for here is sweeps. If I can bring my elbow on this side down and pinch my partner's wrist tightly enough, I can actually now still do flower sweeps this way. Okay, I grab the pant leg, I pinch his wrist tight, I pull his posture down. So the trick is my arm's not straight. I pull his posture down, I pinch his wrist, and I can flower sweep here. Okay, of course it's not a super strong arm control, so a lot of times when I go for this, he'll still get his elbow out. Okay, then I'm going to go across and hip sweep to finish. Last one from that half Brabo is from here you have a pendulum sweep. So the trick here when I go for the pendulum sweep is remembering I got to get my hips to occupy this space behind his elbow and his tricep to trap his arm. Okay, so I'm here, I start to get my arm in, and when I open my guard, I need to get my hips behind his tricep. Shins mostly parallel. I get this nice shoulder coverage right here. This could go into pendulum sweep, could go into arm bar. For right now, we'll just look at pendulum here. Okay, from the half Brabo position. Last one. So we get quarter, half, pass it across, 3/4. So here I'm looking for the choke, but at this point, it's the same as the last one. While I'm working for the choke, if I'm not getting it, I should definitely at least get the arm drag or the overhook. As I'm crunching him down, okay, I can push his elbow, twist, arm drag, okay? If I prefer the overhook, if it's down, right, I can overhook him easily here. If I prefer the overhook, at this point, I can even swim in and grab the overhook. So once you get to this 3/4, while you're working for the choke, just remember, don't come out of your attack empty-handed. If you're not getting the choke, at least get one of these positions where you're still in charge and dominating the closed guard position. Okay, that's it.